lava lamp. Gotta turn that on. Alright, it's on. Okay, so lava lamps on makes you feel better. I really am trying to start a trend about lava lamps. I think that if everybody that watches me, 118 as of today, man, it blows my mind. More and more people, every day it seems like, have nothing better to do than watch some idiot in Hawaii do some really hacky stuff to a 57 Chevy and surf and all sorts of stuff like that. Anyway, I think that it would be really cool if all of you found some cheapo used lava lamps. I don't care if they work or not, but you should have one in your shop. Because, I mean, they're pretty cool. I mean, look at that. I mean, isn't that majestic? Imagine like a 671 when I had up there and like some carbs and a scoop and lava lamp. Yeah. Okay, so what are we doing today? Today, it's Clanix gloves. Yes, there's a marker here. 2 markers. What is that, a bearing? Ooh, we have a bearing. And a bolt. And a shackle. And some stuff. Well, I've been thinking about this rear suspension a lot. And that is not working. Circle slash. It won't work. I can't. I'm not going to use the stock style thing with my rear differential. I'm setting you guys up here for a second. This is important. I'm not doing it. I'm not using that rear shackle because the way the frame goes and that shackle and the pivot, the frame shrinks down at the back of the car up to like, it's only like 3 inches by 3 inches a box. And so what I'm going to do is you've seen those sliding shackles with the bearings? Yeah. So I'm going to make my own. I'm going to draw it out right here in the hood. Does this Sharpie work? Yes, it does. Oh no, not the hood. Don't put a Sharpie on the hood. Yes, I'm doing a Sharpie. Okay, so I'm going to have you guys see if you can read what I'm drawing here. Can you see this? Can you get in here? School's in session. From my crazy brain, come on down. Welcome to my chalkboard. So, here's what we got going on. So, the rear of the frame rail comes up like this. Wow, it's a terrible Sharpie. Comes up like this. It goes down. There's a body mount here at the rear. There's one here. There's a trunk floor. The leaf spring is over here in a pocket. And it comes down like this right now and goes up under the frame with an eyelet. Because it's already pocketed. This is already a pocket. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pocket this inside itself because this is the top of the frame rail. It gets really thick here and thins down right about here under the trunk somewhere. So I'm going to pocket this. But what you're going to see is you're going to see a slot right here in the pocket. And I'm going to run that bearing on 2 slides, just like those things. So the spring's going to actually go up in there and slide back and forth. So it's going to have, it's literally going to be a slot, 2 3/8 welded runners up there on the side of it, like some things. And this bearing is going to go like that with this bolt and these bushings, and she's going to go back and forth like this. Down on this bottom one and a little bit of gap, and up on this one as it's pushing back and forth. And that's what's going to happen. And I'm going to box the inside of the frame right here. I'm going to close it off so I can't get any crap in there, and then I'll do all that stuff. But yeah, it's going to be pocketed. That's what I'm building. That's what I'm going to build. I'm going to use these leaf spring bushings, the factory bushings, the bolt. I have to get a longer bolt. This is not long enough. Let me show you. Let's go into the car and look. 4-speed. Oh, and by the way, my buddy George says he's got a shaft for me. One of them out of the wreck. That didn't sound right. I did it again. That's not, has nothing to do with Santa. It has to do with out of one of the cars that we stripped out or cut out or something. There's an extra drive shaft. So I'm gonna just put that in there because this tranny should be close to the same length as a 3-speed. And with this 9-inch, I know they're a slightly bigger diameter U-joint cap, but the joint's the same. And I have another U-joint. Okay, we're going underneath here. Hold. All right. Well, you can see my bearing and bushing thing. The nice part about this is they are exactly on the outside of the frame. So when I slot it, see if my pin works. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jack the car up. The body's gonna go up, this frame's gonna go up. This spring will come in, and wherever that lands, when it comes complete, when I jack this up off the frame and the axle starts to drop, this leaf spring's gonna fall off the frame. Wherever that lands, right here, somewhere, I'm gonna make me a mark. And then I'm gonna do a 6-inch slot. I'm actually gonna do it from, you know, whatever the center of the eye bolt is here, up or whatever. I'm gonna do it like wherever that drops. And then I'm gonna go 6 inches and make another slot. And I'm gonna round that, and that's gonna get, I guess I need to get another paint marking pin. So the slot's gonna be right there, more or less. Wow, this marking pen is terrible. That's what I get for bad marking pen. Anyway, that's the idea. Slot it here. I'm gonna do a 3/4 inch slot because this is a 1/2 inch bolt, so I'll have a 1/16 of an inch on both sides. Actually, an 1/8 of an inch on both sides if I do it right. So there'll be clearance, and then it'll be like, I'll probably run a couple thousandths clearance difference, maybe 20 or 50 thousandths between the top of the bearing and the top. So the top slot slider and the bottom slider, there has to be room. They can't touch, because if it touches, it'll bind. Because this isn't moving and this isn't moving, only the bearing, and it can't move between two stationary positions like that. Like you can't do that. It doesn't work. But you need one like this or one like that. So there'll be some gap. It doesn't have to be much. 50 thousandths, you know, something like that or whatever. Enough to not hammer this. These bearings are heavy duty. They're made for like farm implements and stuff like that, or like big lawn tractors or whatever, where the blade spins on these at like, you know, a couple thousand RPMs. These are gonna do maybe, you know, back and forth a full RPM or one full revolution per day because they're bouncing back and forth. The idea is leaf springs, if they're on a shackle, they swing in a weird arc, which makes the axle do weird stuff. If they can slide back and forth, well then it keeps the pinion angle and the trajectory the same. These will be the only consumable pieces, will be these bearings and this rubber bushing in here. I'm keeping the rubber bushings. I'll probably go energy suspension at some point, but I'm keeping these rubber bushings because, you know, then I got some lack of vibrational, I got some vibrational dampening. But that's gonna happen. That's actually gonna happen tomorrow. It's not happening today. It's 5:30 and all my neighbors are home, and I don't want to be that neighbor and start grinding and cutting and making a bunch of noises. I got home late, which is not an excuse. I'm just really lazy right now and I don't really want to do it. That's the excuse. I'm lazy and I don't want to do it. Okay. That's the plan. This is going to happen. So I'm also, the other thing I have to do is I have to jack it up, loosen up the 4 U-bolts on the rear end so that springs can center on the frame once the frame travel is good. And then I can reload the rear end back where it's supposed to be and set the pinion angle and all that stuff, and then put the drive shaft in. And then I can take the wheels off. Once it's hanging, I can jack it up, take the wheels off, pull the drums off, take the wheel cylinders out, bend my new brake line, once the new wheel cylinders are in, and then I can hook up the brake hose to the old rear brake line, then I can bleed the brakes. And then this thing will have a clutch, it'll have brakes. I know Don's got his fancy brake bleeder. He's gonna bring it over and we're gonna bleed it really quick. But that's when I get that done. So, like I said, I've got till next Wednesday, not this coming, not tomorrow, or not tomorrow, a week from tomorrow. So, we all know this runs. I started it, the video was on Thanksgiving last year. It actually was technically on my birthday I started it a couple months earlier, but blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so it runs. I just have to put carb bolts back on it, hook up fuel, hook up the electrical, this time to the stock ignition switch, brakes, clutch, and then if the brakes and clutch work, you know what that means. I mean, of course the line lock will be wired in, right? I got the switch on the shifter. It may or may not happen. It'll probably just blow the rear end right out of it. First time I try and do a burnout. I'll probably go around all my neighbors and ask them if I can just, you know, peel out in the street. They'll probably be like, yeah, sure, and they'll come with cameras. Or they'll be like, no, if you do that, we'll call the cops. You know, the police never think it's as funny as I do, ever. I don't know why. They don't think it's funny. Let's see. I know what you're thinking. And you'd be right. Yes, I did surf today. Was it good? No, pretty small. Do I love my board? Very much. In fact, I need to make a full video about that board because, I mean, Dave, he made that thing for me and I can't stop riding it. I always, I mean, look, you guys see this thing. It's beautiful. Come see this board with me. This will end this video. It'll be about this and that and whatever, and this wonderful surfboard. I mean, get a load of that thing. I mean, is that not beautiful or what? Oh, and by the way, yeah, that's my name right there. You see that? Made specially for me, 9'2". Oh, it surfs like you wouldn't believe. We got its first nick the other day, surfing. I was surfing and this girl, she didn't mean to. She accidentally got in front and went the wrong way and her board collided with my board. I'm looking for the nick. Oh, right here. Had to repair it right here. Had to repair that with some solar ease stuff. Cracked the glass, like it was like actually day 2 surfing. But anyway,